Hold on. Ah, a ladder. Guys, I think we've done it. It's like Home Alone. Harry, I've reached the... That looks like that needs to be burnt away to reveal a secret. Do we have anything that'll burn away? Like if I pull this out, do we have any fire arrows? We do. We got a few. What have we got hidden in there? And also, let's switch back to regular arrows so I don't accidentally waste what we've got left. What great treasures will be revealed? It's just Jar Jar Binks up there. Ah, you say heating it up really badly. You could actually smash the Guardian with the block. Oh, I guess you're right. I probably could do that. Oh, wait, have we just unveiled a shortcut, maybe? No, it's just more maze. We've just found more maze is all we've done. Excalibur! I choose you! Oh, man, sweet. We've got a giant sword now. Prequel jokes are the best. I think prequel jokes are a little overdone. Sort of like that steak I had yesterday. I cooked it a bit too long. It wasn't overdone. It was still around medium, but it was a little above medium. And I just wasn't happy with it. I was just like, oh, I could do better. And I felt really ashamed of myself. Get out of here. Bats. You gotta deal with all these keys. That's the weird thing about Hyrule. Like, bats... bats aren't good enough for them. They gotta have keys. Jaw drop. Hashtag insert jaw drop here. We've done it! Oh, Shrek, I can't believe it. I thought for sure we'd die like a dozen times. We didn't even bring proper food. Now we gotta go into the shrine, though. Now, sometimes... Trial of the Labyrinth complete. Sometimes getting to the shrine... Someone said this in a previous... In fact, it might have been Superheated Pig. Maybe someone in the chat might have said this. Getting to the shrine is sometimes the challenge. So maybe we just walk in here and we get the reward. Maybe we don't actually have to do anything. Is that actually what's gonna happen? Who knows? Yes. We're here. Hey, we don't even have to do a thing. Give me what's in here. It's good for what ails me. A barbarian helm. This helmet, once worn by the warriors of an ancient warlike tribe from the Pharaon region. Wearing it draws out your inner animal, increasing your strength and battle prowess. Oh, snap. Now, Link, I know you like the whole bandana thing, but... Wow! Check that sucker out! Oh, yeah, son. All right, look, I'm here for the... Give me the prize and restore my hearts, please. I said it politely. You did, too, a superheated pig. It was definitely you who said that. It probably wasn't you. You're the only person whose name sticks out as someone who's watched one of the previous streams. I know we've had previous viewers, but honestly, a lot of people who watch these streams just don't talk much. Like, we've got a pretty good number of viewers. None of them are really talking much. What are you guys up to? What's going on in your lives? What's happening in the world today? Not like the, hey, Katniss Everdeen Hunger. PJ, it might have been you who said sometimes getting to the, sometimes the journey to the shrine is the challenge. Because PJ watches and PJ comments. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Katniss Everdeen Hunger is PJ. So you know. Like, I know sometimes it gets confusing. I'm talking to people whose names aren't on screen, but that's what... Oh, look, I didn't even look behind me at these guys. I didn't even notice they were there. Well, let's not stick around here. Let's just teleport out, like the cowards we are. Like I said, we've got other things on the map that we can go check out. I've got a fairy fountain somewhere around here, but also, I've remembered now what this mark is. I remember what this stamp is. I found... Well, actually, let's just go over there and I'll show you. There's a forgotten temple over here, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know if maybe it has some story relevance later on. Also... I've just gotten used to playing with these. Like, I don't even use the comfort grip anymore. I was one of the guys who's like, I like the comfort grip. It's not bad. Everyone's complaining about it. I've got big hands. It works fine for me. But then Blunty made a video where he's like, just use these by themselves. I'm like, that looks weird. I don't know how I feel about that. This is the way to go. Because I like to use my hands a lot when I talk. I'm not Italian or anything. But I just use my hands a lot when I talk. And let's put on something warm, like, because it's frigid out here, buddy. I know you're cold. Is that good enough? Oh, you're still too cold. You're still too cold. We gotta have something that'll warm you. Let's see. Do we have anything that... No, we've only got things that cool. Oh, there we go. Yeah, grants low-level cold resistance. That's a lot of food, though. So that's for 3 minutes. That's for 12.5 minutes. We don't need that much. We'll just eat that. It's a bit of a waste of food, honestly, but not that big a deal. All right, we need to actually do a whole 180 and head back this way. PJ thinks it probably was him, and I'm going to agree with PJ on this one. We just got to get out of the cold region here quick as we can. And I'll show you... Oh, hold on. We've got a bit of time. We could probably cook up a couple of meals real quick. Just quick as we can. We've only got like 3 minutes to get it done. Less than that now. What can we cook, though? So we can do... Oh, no, don't eat the apple. Hold the apple. We'll cook the apple with... What is this? It provides resistance to electrical... See, I just want some basic food that restores hearts. Let's do some apple and some meat. Bing! Yeah, there we go. Nice meat skewer. Anyway, as I was saying about the controllers, this allows me... I can do anything I want to with my hands while still playing the game. Like, really, more people should hop on this. This is sort of the way to go. All right, let's do like a meat lover sort of pizza blend here. We'll get a bit of that. We'll get a bit of bird thigh. We'll get some... what other meats do we have? We gotta have some fish. Some people don't count fish as a meat. Those people are wrong. It definitely is. And, all right, yeah, the 3 of those will do fine. So we'll get a bit of a meat. We'll get a bit of chicken, a bit of steak, a little bit of fish. Oh, big old meat skewer. There's one meal we can make, and I think this is going to be great. So if you have any of these hardy radishes, they'll temporarily increase your maximum heart. So if we get something like a radish, an apple, and, I don't know, let's just say some prime meat here, and we cook this up. Every time you cook food, you should dab. We only dab for tips. Those are the rules. If I dab when we don't get tips... It just ruins it. It's not as special anymore. So that'll fully recover our food and give us 5 extra hearts. That was enough cooking for now. I think that'll get us by. I always want to do more cooking, but also we're in the middle of a live stream and maybe cooking's not that fun. Hardy Truffle also gives you more max hearts. That is absolutely true. I try to preserve the Hardy Truffles, though, because they do give you more max hearts, and I want to hold on to them so I can use them in a dish when we're going into, like, a big pitched battle against... something bad. I don't know. Insert reference here. So I think this is the first time in stream we've ever been behind the castle. I've been up here before, naturally. I've had to come down here to try to find this area where I've put a stamp. But I think this is the first time we've ever seen it on camera, on stream. Now let's hop down there, and it's going to be... Woo! It's going to be getting really warm here in a second, so just brace yourself. And down we go. Awesome. Lovely work, Link. Let's go ahead and... keep opening up the wrong menu. Let's put on some regular clothes now. We'll go ahead and put this on. I don't think we're going to be doing any climbing. And this is where I got to. It's the Forgotten Temple. I don't know what it is. It might be part of the story. When are you going to fight Ganon and most likely die? I want to do everything. I want to do everything before we go do that. Alright, here we go. We've already gone up to the castle. Oh, see, now I thought that was how we got into the giant Forgotten Temple, but instead we just found a Korok. You can always tell when there's a rock hidden somewhere really obvious that there's going to be a Korok down there. Alrighty, big guy. So how do we get into the Forgotten Temple? We made our way all the way here. Don't tell me there's not a way in here. Unless we need, like, a really big explosion. Like, this is the biggest explosion I can get. It's not going to do what is it. Maybe it is part of a quest and it'll open up to us at some point. I just thought it was an interesting location. I thought I'd show it off to you. Unless there's a way in from down here. Oh, hold on. Shrek. That's got to be it right there. Okay. So there's the Guardian. It's probably going to be an active Guardian. I don't know what this place is. I don't even know if we should be here. These guys are definitely active. Remember, Guardians can one-shot us, so... Oh, goodness me. I see that there's... It looks like there's a, This is not safe. This is not safe. Alright. Sprint it! Sprint, 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 jump! Looks like we can get to... Looks like a shrine in here. If that's all this is a goddess statue and a shrine, I'm gonna feel severely tripped. PJ says, when you're going to attempt to fight... Oh, I already read that, and I already answered it as well. Soon, my friend, soon. Drop! And sprint it! Okay. Whew. So there is... This is a Forgotten Temple? This is one heck of a temple. My goodness, there's a massive goddess statue. Was that... That looks like a bigger one than in the Temple of Time. Goodness me. So we can... If we had... We could offer up some spirit orbs if we had some. We've got another shrine here. Maybe it's another one of those deals where we've already done the hard work. Maybe we can just hop on in there and get the goods. I'm into that. Also, I just realized if we had gotten shot down out there, we had fairies, we would have been fine. I mean, that kind of, now realizing that, makes it seem like everything we just succeeded at is maybe of less value than what we initially thought it was, but, you know, whatever. Alright, yep, look at that. Rona Kashta's Blessing. It sort of takes the oomph out of it. A great flame blade. We gotta be running out of space to carry things. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get rid of something. We don't need to be carrying a torch. I like it, but it's damaged. We don't need it. What we do need is another fire blade. Or flame blade, I suppose. I feel like Toatahu carrying this stuff around. Also, can we just skip this nonsense? So that's cool. I thought some of these things that I'd marked on the map would take us longer to explore, but apparently not. Da-da-da-da! Boing! I kind of like to clear at least 4 of these in every stream so we can like, go up a heart on stream. I think it's just a fun thing to do. Maybe it's time we start looking into the story, though. Maybe it's time, because we've only done a little bit of story mission so far. And I think that when I say we do story in live streams, it might be a good idea to actually do story in live streams. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm lying to you guys. Let's not go back through here, though. Let's remember that there's a big statue here, because this is the closest statue to a shrine I've found yet. Kakariko Village would probably be a close second. But this is just... goodness me. You know what? This looks a lot more like the statue from Skyward Sword. Looks more like one than the Temple of Time. But I'm sure that's not a thing we have to be concerned with. So next up on the agenda... I mean, we could go clear these two, but I think they're both a test of strength that I'm not quite up to yet. I believe... I tell you what. Since we're in the business of clearing these things out, let's go ahead and go down here. Get that, and we'll delete that stamp. We've come here, we've looked at it. We don't need story. Alright, I guess that's fair enough. I think there's something going on with... oh, this is the Skull Island. There's a quest about this. Hold on, let me check the side quests. Solving this riddle in the ancient song, give, blah, 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 blah. I think there's a side quest over here involving a guy who knows how to cook things out of monster parts. Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's go do that, I guess. We'll go fly over there, and then that way we can clear this stamp off the map. So glad I remembered what that was. I remember now setting that too, because you meet someone in the game somewhere who's like, hey, here's some monster elixir. The guy who does it lives in a lake that looks like a skull. And so I just stared at the map till I found it, and then I put a skull down there, and I was like, I'll remember. Because it's a skull inside of a skull lake. Clearly I didn't remember, though. But now I do. Now I do. So we'll get in there. I'm also babysitting my mom's dog. So if you hear that, that's what that is. Dog sitting, not babysitting. She's not a baby. She's like older than most people I know. She's like in her 80s. You know, dog years, of course, not people years. An 80-year-old dog. I mean, y'all would know about that. I'm sure y'all would have heard of that. My mom had an 80-year-old dog. So this is the only island out here. So this has to be where this guy is. Oh! There's giant flowers in the water. I've never realized that. I've never been down here. I climbed to the top of the cliffs and then jumped over. I didn't even know you could come down here. I also don't see a guy down here, though. Like, I was told there was a guy who lived on an island down here who could... There's a raft. Are there any other... Are there any other islands? There's one other island, like, right there. It's more of a spire, though. There's probably no one there. Hello? Anyone here? If I just starts cutting stuff down. Hey, the milkshaker, how you doing? Cobb, how many fingers does the average human have? I believe they have 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. So for a total of 10 digits. Unless you count the toes, in which case a total of 20 digits. That's average, though. Some people have more. Some people have less. Some people cut some off in shop class. Alright, I've cut down all the trees, and there's nobody here, guys. I feel like I've been ripped off. Like, there's... I think you have to wait till night for the monster guy? Wait till nighttime? That's just a rip-off. We don't have time for that. I mean, we could definitely come back, though. I mean, we'll keep that mark in the map, and next time it's nighttime, we'll come back here. You know what could be fun, though? Is I did find another fairy fountain over here. And I haven't even tried to talk to the person inside of it, so I guess we could go take a look at that. And then that's another thing we can mark off the map. And then I guess eventually we're going to have to continue on to the Divine Beasts. I sort of wanted to do all... oh, you're pretty positive. Okay. Well, Bat Pigoo seems to know what they're talking about. So we'll go with that. The Milkshaker, do you have any comments on that? Do you think we have to be there at nighttime? Love to hear your opinions. In fact, everyone watching live, if you could just give an opinion. Opinions are great. But I kind of wanted to go do the Divine Beasts after I'd gotten all of my heart canisters. So I could just be like 100% power through it, get her done. But also, if we can't do that, that's fine. There's other missions. It doesn't end at the Divine Beasts. I say that. Does this game ever really end? You've got like 1 billion Korok seeds to find. What is that? What is that up there? I don't think I've ever been to that up there. That up there looks suspicious. We'll go check that out as soon as we stop by this fairy fountain, though. Let's go talk to the fairy fountain. Let's see what they want. Superheated Pig has no opinion on this. That's good to know, Superheated Pig. You can get some nice flowers from around here. I don't know what these do. Mighty Thistles. Haven't really looked into it. I'm sure they're great in some sort of recipe for doing something. Like if you want to, I don't know, thistle yourself up a bit. Alright, I kind of wish Zelda does not have fast travel. None of the other Zelda games had. That is not true, actually, PJ. Most of the other Zelda games had some form of fast travel. In Ocarina of Time, you could use the songs on the Ocarina to fast travel you around. You also had teleporting songs on the Ocarina in Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess, if you go into Wolf Link form, you can teleport around the map. If you go Wind Waker, you could use the Wind God song to teleport you around the map. In Skyward Sword, you could find the goddess statues to go back up into the sky, and from there, just fly to a different location. I don't know about the 2D games, but all the 3D games have had some form of fast travel. And in this world is so huge, I can't imagine playing it without it. Please, listen to my story. I guess I will. Great Fairy, Beautiful Spring, Time Pass, Power Abandoned, Powerless, again. 500 rupees, Shrek you! No! I'm not giving you 500 rupees. I gotta go buy things with that. Good grief, the first one only wanted 100. What's up with these fairies? They're so materialistic. You wouldn't think a fairy would be materialistic. That's just ridiculous. Let's go up here and check out what this thing is on top of this mountain. And then after that, we'll probably just... You know what we haven't done? And I think it might be part of the Divine Beast mission. It might not be. But every time I go near the Zora realm, which I haven't actually gone into, but every time I've gone near it, Zoras have been like, "Hey, Hylian, our prince, king, or whatever wants to talk to you," and I've been like, "I'll get to it." Haven't actually done it. So as soon as we figure out what's on top of this mountain, I guess we'll go check that out. Could be a good time. This just, oh, I see what this is. I don't think I have any arrows. So I finally figured out what these pinwheel things are for. If you smash them with your sword, or just kind of bump into them, it'll generally spit out some balloons, and then you can kind of you shoot down the balloons, and a Korok will appear and be like, "You found me!" And it'll give you a Korok seed, which again, I don't even know where the big Korok fellow is. So, hey, big guy, what's up? See what I mean? I mean, we don't have enough arrows for this. We got 1 arrow. It's not gonna happen. We need to mark it, though, so remember it's here. The 2D games did not have fast travel at all. Yeah. I mean, that is the 2D games, though, isn't it? We're going to stamp a seed there, so remember to come back to it. I'll leave that star there for the fairy fountain. That's fine. And if I can remember where the Zora realm is, I think it's up this river. Yeah, I think this is it up in here. Again, I've never been down here before. I don't even think I've come close to this region. You can see there's a big gap of... I mean, I haven't done any shrines in this area. I haven't really explored it at all. Let's head over here and let's go do it. Let's just go do it. Let's go check out the Zoras. Let's do it. Only thing it had, teleporting from boss fight to temple entrance. I have only played the original Zelda 2D game. I haven't played any of the other ones, so I wouldn't know about that. But all the 3D games, and I think in a 3D game, it's probably more important to have teleporting around because it's very linear when you travel in a 2D game, whereas in a 3D game, there's 3 dimensions. I'm not sure what my thought process there was. I think it made more sense in my head when I said it, like as I started to speak, and then as I kept going, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. All right, here we go. Let's go talk to the Zoras. Sup, big guy? Maybe you can tell me. Actually, I know exactly what you can tell me. You're gonna tell me, yep, you there. Here we go. Unless he's got like a different quest for me. All right, look, we're under this ledge. There's no way the rain is preventing us from. Oh. Fair enough.
Say, hey there, young one. Up top, above you.
Did not expect this to be spoken. Sidon, the Zora Prince. So this is the one they've all wanted me to come talk to.